Hi everyone, I'm going to be reading from my book again. Poetry with an Edge. Dubbed by the press the Black Robert Burns, Dunbar was now an international celebrity, with admirers turning up uninvited at his door. It was said that he walked about home with a black chicken on his shoulder. Probably not true, and that when he had a few drinks, he would break into a war dance, which was more likely. In the spring of 1900, Paul was at the top of his form, except for his health. Tuberculosis was a pernicious disease. I think that's how you say that word. Without any cure. His mother watched him like a hawk, arguing with Alice over his care. His coffee spells had returned, and he was forced to cut back on the readings he had always found such fun. Yeah, that would be me too, if I ever had to stop doing this. He brought to those engagements a musical bluesy sensibility, interacting with the audience, calling on them to participate, to join in the choruses of his better-known poem. Life. A crust of bread and a corner to sleep in, a minute to smile and an hour to weep in, a pent of joy to a peak of trouble, and never a laugh but the moans come double. And that is life. And never a laugh but the moans come double. And that is life. Dunbar's writing was easygoing, but often had an edge that black audiences identified with. White audiences left his concerts feeling they had eavesdropped on a world they barely knew. We wear masks that grins in life. It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. In an increasingly segregated country, Paul Laurence Dunbar was one of a small group of Americans moving back and forth across the color line. From his perspective, it was a logical way to live. He had grown up moving between the world of his parents, both former slaves, and Dane's almost all-white public schools. At home, he had absorbed tales of plantation life, told and retold in black Southern talk, and in school he had read Shelley and Keats, Tennyson and Poe, and learned to speak and write in traditional Western canons. His best friend was an outgoing fellow named Orville Wright. The boys appeared together in their class photograph, and at graduation marched down the aisle to an anthem Dunbar had written. Please rate, comment, and subscribe down below. And please, please, please subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, please, please follow me. I need all the followers on TikTok, and I need all the followers on YouTube. Okay, bye.